Good morning. I'm Garrett. I'm the Seminarian, and I'm going to be doing the children's sermon today because I'm also preaching in person this Sunday. And one of the things when I was looking at these readings that stuck out to me is too good to be true. That our readings about loving the parent and see what love the Father has, and birth, these themes of birth coincide exactly with Mother's Day. And so I want to offer just a few words to think about the way that birth and the way that we are given life is really similar to the Christian life, and why I think that this comparison is so striking. And so we even have in this in 1 John, this reading, 1 John 5, chapter 5, verse 1 says, "Everyone who believes that Jesus is the Christ has been born of God. And everyone who loves the parent loves the child." And so I think this is too good to be true. And so I want us to try and think back, stretch our memory back as far as we can, maybe try to remember the very first thing you can remember about your life. For me, one of the first things I remember is I'm sitting on this sort of toy car at this house that we lived in before when I was about 2 years old. And I remember sort of just kind of rolling down this track. And those are some of the earliest memories, or maybe my dog, Sammy. And so I want you to take a second and try and think, try and stretch your brain as far back as it can go. Pause it, and let's see how far back you can get. All right, how'd you do? How far did you come back? One of the things I think is fascinating is I would be willing to bet that you do not remember your first few days of life. You don't really remember being swaddled in a hospital, or maybe your mother taking you to the hospital. It's really quite fascinating to think that we don't really remember what it was like to be born. We just say, well, here I am. And I think that sort of truth and that sort of bizarreness of the way in which we don't really remember ourselves tells us a little bit something about the fact that our life is really a gift. It is something that is given to us by our parents. It's something that we step into without our being aware of it and without our really doing a whole lot. And this strange aspect of life being a gift is also really quite similar to the Christian life. It says, again in 1 John, everyone who believes that Jesus is the Christ has been born of God. And there's a way to think here of our life with God being a gift in the same way. God brings us to life when we are baptized. And for some of us in the Episcopal Church, our baptism and really our kind of infancy completely coincide. We were born, and then shortly thereafter, maybe within the first year or so, we're baptized. And so these things go together. That we don't even remember being baptized is also a gift in the way that we are born into this life with God straight away. And for us who are baptized as infants, that is also a gift that our parents have given us. They have given us baptism into this life with Christ without our knowing, without our doing, and they have gifted us with this life in both senses. It's as if to say, you too have been given a new life with God. So, what I want you guys to do today, think about, thank your parents for giving you life, and thank God as well for giving us life, for giving you life. Life that's given with joy, with hope, with resurrection, the life of Jesus Christ. Amen.